Adobe's stock plummeted more than 40% since January 2024 and nearly 50% from its 2021 peak, erasing approximately $150 billion in market value. In fact, Adobe currently holds the unfortunate distinction of being the worst performing stock in both the S&P and NASDAQ 100. The subscription model that initially drove Adobe's success has simultaneously become one of its greatest vulnerabilities, particularly burdening freelancers, small businesses, and hobbyists who don't require access to the full suite of tools. This growing discontent manifested in a petition that gathered over 30,000 signatures in just a few weeks, signaling a significant shift in community sentiment toward the company. Prior to 2012, Adobe sold software under user licenses that allowed customers to pay once and use the software indefinitely. The company's transition away from perpetual licensing began in 2013 when it ended perpetual licenses for professional-grade software like Photoshop and Premiere Pro. More recently, Adobe officially terminated perpetual licensing for its Elements software lineup, meaning users of the 2025 edition will only be able to use it for a maximum of 3 years before being blocked. Even users with legitimate lifetime licenses have reported their perpetual licenses being unexpectedly revoked, further eroding customer trust. The subscription model has led to mounting frustration among users. Monthly costs range from $22 for just Photoshop to nearly $70 for a more comprehensive Creative Cloud Pro subscription. Furthermore, Adobe's subscription changes announced in 2024 were met with backlash as they limited access to mobile apps and web features for paying customers. Many users express that they're paying substantial sums for tools that don't stay stable, crash all the time, lag, and receive bad updates. The subscription model particularly burdens freelancers and occasional users who find themselves trapped in Adobe's ecosystem. Perhaps most concerning are Adobe's tactics to prevent customers from leaving. When subscribing through Adobe's website, the company pushes consumers toward its annual paid monthly plan by pre-selecting it as the default option. While prominently displaying the monthly cost, Adobe buries the early termination fee, 50% of remaining monthly payments, in small print. These practices led to a Federal Trade Commission lawsuit in 2024, alleging that Adobe trapped customers into year-long subscriptions through hidden early termination fees and numerous cancellation hurdles. Users attempting to cancel frequently encounter convoluted processes, resistance from customer service representatives, dropped calls, and continued charges even after believing they had successfully cancelled. These practices represents a calculated strategy that prioritizes short-term revenue over long-term customer satisfaction. As competitors rapidly gain ground, Adobe faces mounting pressure from all directions. Fresh market entrants with AI-first approaches are pushing prices lower and eroding Adobe's once dominant market share. The Affinity Suite, Photo, Designer, and Publisher has emerged as a formidable challenger to Adobe's core products. Unlike Adobe's subscription model, Affinity offers a one-time purchase of $70 per application, allowing users to own the software permanently. Consequently, many designers have embraced Affinity's pricing model as a welcome alternative. Meanwhile, DaVinci Resolve has become the editing tool of choice for major movies, offering both free and premium versions that match or exceed Premiere Pro's capabilities. Figma has revolutionized collaborative design, with 86% of large organizations now using collaborative design software. After Adobe's failed acquisition attempt, Figma has continued to strengthen its position in the UX/UI market. Adobe XD's demise represents a significant product failure. XD lacked true real-time collaboration, a key feature offered by Figma, requiring users to save and hand files off sequentially. Moreover, Adobe abandoned XD after the Figma acquisition attempt collapsed, leaving designers with no viable Adobe alternative for UI/UX work. open-source alternatives now present serious threats to Adobe's ecosystem. Tools like Krita for digital painting, Inkscape for vector graphics, and Blender for 3D modeling provide comprehensive functionality without subscription fees. Penpot has emerged as an open-source Figma alternative that can be self-hosted on company servers, addressing privacy concerns and reducing dependence on third-party cloud services. As Adobe struggles with these market shifts, competitors are not merely catching up, but are actively innovating beyond Adobe's offerings. Adobe's venture into artificial intelligence began back in 2016 with the announcement of its Sensei AI platform, designed specifically for artists and designers. Despite being an early adopter of AI technology, Adobe has struggled to translate its innovations into market dominance. The company has aggressively pushed AI features across its product suite, with 99% of Fortune 100 companies now using AI in at least one Adobe application. Nevertheless, this widespread adoption hasn't translated into the financial performance investors expected. Adobe's approach to AI prioritizes ubiquity over monetization, creating a strategic misalignment that concerns investors. This discrepancy reveals a fundamental problem. Adobe has integrated AI features throughout its ecosystem, yet struggles to convert these advancements into direct revenue. Morgan Stanley recently downgraded Adobe from overweight to equal weight, citing slower than expected monetization of generative AI features as a key concern. As Adobe hesitates, competitors are moving decisively. Canva has weaponized its magic features, amassing 220 million monthly users. Figma has transformed its canvas into an AI playground with agent integrations. Adobe sparked intense criticism after updating its terms of service regarding content access via automated and manual methods. Users feared their work, including confidential projects under NDAs, would be used to train Adobe's Firefly AI. Research shows 71% of consumers abandon brands with misleading claims. Adobe's vague terms created a perception they were trying to pull one over on customers. This growing mistrust reflects broader concerns about how companies use customer data for AI. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Hit the subscribe button and like this video for more such content.